Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Lee Judges TV, and something different today. We're going to be doing the watch along with England versus Ukraine. And listen, I haven't done this before. I'm going to say it now. My brother and his nephew, big Spurs fans, unfortunately, they're going to be watching it alongside me, and they've just gone to get a few beers just before the game. Of course, they're delighted that Madison is in the team for the game today. Now, the lineup, of course, for England has been announced, and I don't know if it's too much of a shock or is it a shock really? With the England team, because unfortunately with Gareth Southgate, you really don't know what is going to go on and what's not going to go on. And listen, how I look at it with Gareth Southgate is that he turns around and says, "Oh, we've got play like positions in, Ben White, for instance, not in the team because he plays right back and he's not centre half." Well, nothing against James Maddison. I don't see Madison ever playing on the wing for Spurs in their last 3 or 4 games. Sort of been playing in that role behind the forwards and have been very, very successful with that. But all of a sudden, he's on the wing for England today. So team today: Pickford in goal, Ramsdale missing out, Mark Gay playing at central. Harry Maguire gets into the team. How the hell can Harry Maguire get into this team is incredible. Like Ben Chilwell comes in. Kyle Walker, I think, deserves his spot in the team. Jordan Henderson, a lot of controversial things going on with Jordan Henderson at this moment in time. But for me, experience matters very, very much. Jude Bellingham, number 10 today, apparently, in the team. Number 4, Declan Rice, his first England game playing in the, of course, for Arsenal now. James Maddison plays 11. Harry Kane. Now, let's have a little talk about Harry Kane. Harry Kane now, former Tottenham Hotspur player, now is, of course, playing for Bayern Munich, and so that's looks like hopefully he'll be doing well in that light as well. So we'll go from there. Just to say, don't know, can everybody hear me all right? Because I'm changing that. Just if you can give, if you are in the comments, just give us a little thumbs up or saying if the hearing's okay at this moment in time. If not, I'm going to have to go and maybe get the mic out or something like that. But it should be okay as far as I know. Harry Kane, of course, playing for Bayern Munich, and of course, let's talk about it a little bit now. With I think, thanks for that, Sean. I think a big thing, like Rashford not playing today. I'm a big fan of Rashford, if I'll be honest. Marcus Rashford, I think he's one of the better players, but he doesn't, of course, play today. But of course, who definitely does play is Saka. He plays in the number 7 shirt today for England. I'm actually looking forward to the game today. Obviously, England play on Tuesday night in a friendly against Scotland. But for me, I'm hoping that England get through, of course, and make sure that they win this game, and hopefully that they will do. But I'm not 100%, if I'll be honest, with Gareth Southgate. He's actually on the TV now being interviewed. I'm not a big fan. If I'll be really honest, I'm not a massive fan of Gareth Southgate, So hopefully, though, we get the job done today, and then we look forward to the England game on Tuesday. My nephew Max is just coming to the house. Right. How you doing, Max? All right?
You're right. I've got your key. I'm just going to move your van forward a bit.
Okay, on the side there. It should be on the side there. So we've been golf today. It was hot today. I've got to say, I don't know if everybody's enjoying themselves out there, but it was very, very hot out there today. Actually, a bit disappointing because my brother, as everybody probably knows, is a Spurs fan. Max, my nephew's a Spurs fan, and Bill, who's my mum's partner, he's a Spurs fan as well. And I didn't win today. My brother won. I come second. Max come third, and Bill come fourth, I think. So we're going to go at it again on Monday. But I've had a couple of little beers along the way. You got to have a beer in this weather, ain't you? It's incredible the weather out there at this moment in time, So, listen, I'm really looking forward to the game. It's not an Arsenal game, so from my point of view, I can sit and relax and see what happens. But let's talk about a couple of things here. Madison, does he deserve his place? Look, I'm going to be really honest. Forget about the Spurs connection. I think he's been done really, really well for Tottenham over the last few games, and probably deserves to get a spot in the team. But the question is, and I'll ask, you people watching and all that, like, should he get in a position that he's not been playing for his club? Gareth Southgate says that Ben White, for instance, doesn't get in the team because he plays right back and not as central defence is what way he's looking at it, like. So let's see what happens there. Will I be celebrating Madison's goals today? Look, listen, Madison's not going to score as many as Harry Kane, is he? So no, I won't celebrate. It's a very difficult one because before Madison went to Tottenham, I quite enjoyed him, quite liked him, but I don't really like him that much now because obviously he's gone to Spurs. But it's not the same now with Harry Kane. Listen, with Harry Kane, he's not a Spurs man no more. Isn't it? I look at him now; it's just great, isn't it? Like that, he plays for Bayern Munich. I've never got nothing really against Bayern Munich, and all of a sudden now he's not a Spurs player, so he's an England player. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how I feel about that, really, because I'm going to have to be honest with you guys. I don't really know how I'm going to, what's the word, be with Harry Kane now, because obviously, like, there's always been that Spurs connection. So I don't really know how that's going to go with how I'm going to feel about Harry Kane and England now. So it's a sort of suck it and see what goes on there, really. So we'll look forward to seeing that. Congratulations, of course, to Scotland yesterday. Another win for them yesterday. Of course, this game being played in Poland because of the troubles in Ukraine, and England are playing in that red strip, so it's looking really, really good. So, let's talk about the team. Does Pickford deserve to be in the team? I'm going to say this now. I'm not a massive Pickford fan, but he's never let England down. So I feel that he probably deserves to be in the England team at this moment in time. So I think that's a call there to look at. Harry Maguire, does he deserve to be in the England team? He doesn't get no minutes for Man United. And when he does get minutes for Man United, he contributes to Arsenal winning the game. Listen, I've never been to a game. I've been really honest. I've never been to a game of football in my life. And when an opposition player is being sung to by the home fans, which is incredible, So that's a strange thing there. So Pickford keeps his place in the side. I think deservedly so. I think that Aaron Ramsdale is going to have a real difficult job, I think, of replacing, because at the end of it, he has to do something wrong, Pickford, and to be honest, has not done that, So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But Ramsdale, yeah, I it's nice that Chelsea fans saying there that maybe he's got a chance of getting into the team, and but at the end of it, as I said, I think with Pickford, I don't think he's done anything wrong which deserves to say that he gets dropped from the team, So I think Ramsdale's unlucky not to be in the team, if I'll be honest. Let's just show a picture of the England fans. Fantastic to see out there, and we go from there. The Ben White situation winds me up. I'm going to be really honest. He should be in the England squad. I think he's one of the best English defenders. He plays right back at this moment in time, but Southgate says that I can't pick him because he doesn't play that position that I want him to play for club and country. But then you see people like Maguire playing, who doesn't have any minutes for Manchester United. I keep seeing, that keeps happening. Calvin Phillips is another one that continues to keep playing or being in the squad. And then you look at players like, as we said, Madison today, that I do feel deserves to be in the team. Like Ben White, I think really deserves to be in the team on current form and things like that. But what the manager has done is said today, well, I can't get I can't get Madison into the position that he plays for his club, but I can change it around. So we'll have to see what happens there, So I just think that for me, there's a few other players I think there's other players that maybe should be in the squad that are not, like, you know, I'm thinking of Ward-Prowse, who should be in the squad. Has been playing really, really well for West Ham over these last 3 or 4 games and hasn't got in. But other players do. I think, you know, that's areas. I think that we're going to have to say and accept that now that, that with England, that Ben White's not going to get in there. Well, we've got a feast of food coming in at the moment. It's moment in time. So
got some crisps.
Got some crisps. What beers did you get, Max?
Budweiser.
I don't like Budweiser. I said Amstel. You've not got me Amstel.
Didn't have none.
Did I look for Amstel? I did.
Didn't have none.
So you got the worst beer you could possibly get. Oh yeah.
But it's freezer because it's not that cold.
Oh okay, yeah, no worries, right, no. We're just eating corned beef and crisps. What was that? Don't want it in a sandwich or anything like that. That's incredible. My brother's just eating corned beef. Can you believe that? I don't know, like, you know. So Spurs fans for you, like, you know. Listen, at the end of the day, yes, Ben White, he does get a break, doesn't get injured. Listen, let's talk about Gabriel. Gabriel apparently got injured yesterday playing for Brazil. So he's injured. So we don't know how serious. So apparently it was a dead leg or something like that. So we'll have to wait and see what that happens there. And Gabriel Jesus came on in the 88th minute yesterday. If that ain't taking the old Michael, I don't know what is or what isn't. But listen, it's great to see Ukraine. Loads of Ukraine fans at the game in Poland, which is fantastic. It's good to see. I think everybody's got a little soft spot for them, haven't they? Like, you know, so we go there, like, you know. Jules, what's that? Dunk should be in place of Maguire. Well, like, you know, yeah, I do agree with that. I think me and you should be in front of Maguire at this moment in time. Should not be in the squad, as far as I'm concerned. Should not be in the squad. Should not be nowhere near the England team. But unbelievably, he is. They're just putting the Ukraine team up at the moment. Hopefully, you can see that, because some of those names I am not going to have a go at there. But Shinchenko is playing. So Arsenal's Shinchenko is playing. Chelsea's Mudryk, I can see, is in the team as well. Another one that's really struggled at Chelsea. So we shall see how it goes. There's Bayern Munich's Harry Kane. There he is, like, you know, captain of England. Formerly of Spurs. I like him now, like that. You know what I mean? So
the referees are all Ukrainian.
So in fact, all the referees come from Bulgaria.
Oh.
So BUL Max means Bulgaria, like, you know.
Not bullshit.
So there you go. So we're about to get off in there. Apparently, the only player to be booked in the All England team that's on a chance of missing the next game will be the one and only Declan Rice. He's the only one player to be booked. Certainly, there's substitutions being come through there. Callum Wilson, Gallagher, Foden on the bench. Rashford, that's a big shock that Rashford is on the bench. Calvin Phillips, apparently he's been washing Southgate's car for the last 2 weeks. That gets him a nod in the side. And Maddison, Tottenham's Maddison, formerly of Leicester, I think actually deserves to be in the side, like, you know. So good luck to him, like, on today's game. Like, you know, Rashford, you've got to ask a question, like, you know, why aren't Rashford, who's been playing really well for Man United and England over the last few games, and that has been dropped from the team today. Let's be honest, he's been dropped from the game today for James Maddison, who really struggling to get an England look in until he's gone to Spurs. So maybe Southgate is looking to become Spurs manager sooner or later. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm all right, thanks, Matt. I don't want none of your Budweiser crap. Thank you very much. You know, so we'll see what happens. The game's off, so we're off. England, Saka on the ball at this moment in time. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful pass that was for him there, like, you know. So I can't believe that these two. I've got my brother and my nephew. They're sitting in the background watching. We're going out for something to eat after this, and they've come, like, with all food. Already Max has already had a sandwich and all that, like, you know. And offered me nothing at this moment in time, like, you know. A warm Budweiser is what I've been a warm Budweiser is what I've been offered at this moment in time, like, you know. So God, dear, oh dear.
Mm.
But we're off and running. Unfortunately, because of I'm doing this watch along, and my brother and Max were here today. They had to watch it without the sound, so they're all right with that night, So it's Chilwell on the ball now. Feel free to say anything if you two guys want to say anything, like, shout it out. I think they might be out with you. And we go from there, So Maguire on the ball. Oh, he's done a good pass there. How is he in this England team? It's
We have no one better than Maguire.
How is he starting as well?
No, starting. Come on, guys, in the chat. Realistically, should Maguire be in this team? What has he done to deserve to be in this England setup? It's incredible, really. It is absolutely incredible. I don't know what's going on, Saka doing well there, Will you ever consider calls in the show? Yeah, we'll look to do something like that. That'd be good to get everybody involved and people watching at this moment in time. Thanks for watching today, First time we've done this. We're just actually going to see how it goes and see if it's worthwhile doing before we do it again. But I thought we'll give it a go today and see how it goes. There he is, Harry Maguire, the luckiest footballer in the world. If he makes a mistake today, guys, if he does make a mistake, is that his lot? Is it or not? Definitely, yeah. What was your score prediction, Max? What do you think is going to be the score today? Put your score predictions in there today, guys.
2-0 England.
2-0 England. What are you going for, Dal?
2-0.
2-0 as well. Apparently, Eddie's not even on the bench. I didn't know that. So let's have a check on that. Eddie not on the bench. Apparently, one player has to be left out, apparently. Because, secondly, getting in there. Because there's apparently one player, we had one player too many. So one player had to be to not get in it. And it is Eddie, It's like, isn't it? Gareth Southgate. I'll tell you what, we won't rest Eddie. I'll train him really hard so that he's knackered for Arsenal games. No, I don't know.
What do you think of the kit? England's kit?
England's kit, yeah. What do you think of the kit?
They're not playing in white when they're...
They should be playing in white, shouldn't they, really?
Yeah.
So a lot of people going 2-2. England 3-0, 3-1 to England. Saka double, that'd be nice. Saka on the ball now. England's best player, of course, over the last 2 seasons. Player of the year for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, apart from missing the penalty.
Quality flat, of course, we want to talk about penalty misses. Harry Kane last year. You want to talk about that one, do you? Guy on the ball, he's played that into Bellingham. I do like Jude. Look at that from Jude Bellingham. That's quality.
He is quality.
He is quality. What a quality footballer he is. Walker up against Mudryk. There's only one winner there. Declan Rice keeping the ball. Jude Bellingham. I think he's only about 19 years of age. It's incredible how good he is, So we're looking forward to. I've got a couple of Spurs guys in it. Are you going to cheer Harry Kane's goal today, or is your love for Harry Kane dwindled a little bit?
No, I'll definitely cheer for him.
Definitely cheer for him.
He's still one of our own.
He's still one of their own, So Sean's going 4-0. Do you think Kane will score today?
Yeah.
So,
I think so.
Harry Kane will
Kane and
score today.
Saka scores.
Kane and Saka.
I reckon it'd be a penalty as well.
A penalty, I'm rooting for England. Better not cheer Harry Kane, though, Lee. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and
He's
see.
in Bayern Munich now, though.
He's a Bayern Munich player now, He's not a Tottenham player no more,
Oh, Madison.
Madison, good play from Madison. Leicester City's Madison. I'm now formerly of Leicester City, shall I say? Somehow Spurs have creeps a player in the team. There he is, Harry Maguire.
Got some crisp, by the way.
Yeah, what flavour you got?
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar?
I need to get salt vinegar.
No, don't get. What flavours you got there?
Got 2.
Try one of these, please. Sorry if it's going to make a bit of noise, but who cares?
You like spicy, yeah?
What the hell's... God, that's... Oh, it's just blown my mind. That way. What have you done to me? Oh, my God.
It's spicy.
Oh,
Do you want the sweet chili one?
no, I don't.
Sweet onion?
No.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
So you ain't got salt and vinegar, like, you know?
That's it, right. I'm going to walk to the shop and go get some.
Tell your nephew, Kane isn't one of their own. He was an Arsenal supporter first. There you go. Why do we never see you and Tyno? I haven't seen Ty for a little while, to be fair. So hopefully I'll see him. We normally do these England watch-alongs together, but
I feel bad now.
DR Sports are not doing it today, so that's why. So,
M&M box.
but I haven't seen Ty for a few weeks. So, but we get on really well. So hopefully I'll see him in the next week or so. He's now playing for the Germans, of course, Harry Kane. What do you think about that move to Bayern Munich? Do you think, are you surprised that he was Bayern Munich down?
I'm surprised he went to Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
Because he
surprised.
could have gone to anyone the year later, yeah?
Yeah, a year later could have gone to anybody, like, yeah. Yeah, very, very surprised.
Do you think next year someone will buy him from Bayern Munich? Only last year or two?
Yeah,
there?
mate, I think 1 or 2 years maximum at Bayern Munich. I'll perhaps even a year, you know?
I reckon he'll stay there 2 years and then he'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
Chelsea or
Man United or something.
maybe even Arsenal.
No, not now. I
Think
think
you
like,
have him?
oh well, yeah, I would have took Harry Kane. Yeah, I would have definitely took Harry Kane. Like that, I mean, so I'm not a massive Bayern Munich fan either. Really, if I had a favourite German team, it would probably be Dortmund.
Well, he's going to win the Bundesliga.
Yeah, he's going to win that, ain't he? Like
But
that.
I don't see him winning the Champions League, do you?
No, I don't think Bayern Munich will be favourites for the Champions League. I think Manchester City will be one of the best teams there.
But he's scored a few goals already for Bayern Munich, hasn't he?
He's scored a couple, yeah. And Bayern Munich have unbeaten at this moment in time and doing well. Not really nothing. Oh, we've got 8 minutes into the game so far. Nothing really happened. Good ball from Maddison now over to Saka. Going to ping it in now. Maddison sort of come off of that left and not really sort of playing where he wants to at the moment in time. So sort of playing down the middle and doing okay out there. Bellingham off of him as well. It's quite an interesting formation, really. I don't really know where Maddison is sort of like. I think he's going to come in from the left, but at this moment in time, he's not sort of being told that that's where he's got to stay.
Good job on those, Lee.
Nah, you're all right. Like that. No, I don't like cheese and onions. No, salt and vinegar or bacon are my favourite. What are the favourite crisps out there? Come on, guys. What, you know, they've come in with what ones have you got?
I can't believe that
Sweet
much.
chili.
They've come in with crisps, guys.
Sweet chili sensations.
Sweet chili, cheese and onion. No salt and vinegar. No bacon. Absolute joke.
But a fiery prawn cocktail though.
Cheese and onion's a bit pervy.
It's perfect.
Sweet chili is the best, says Sarah. Like, you know, I'll take your word for it, Sarah. Like, Max has got his fingers up saying that that's one as well. Like, you know, so pizza show light and tangy crisps in Australia. Pizza flavour crisps. I've heard of them before. But
I'm not a fan, to be honest, because they taste like ketchup crisps.
Oh, do they?
But not as good.
Not as good. I don't think you can go wrong with salt and vinegar.
Sorry, Lee, next time.
Yeah, next time, like. So 10 minutes in, 0-0. Salt and liquor there. Love it, Patrick. That was the one, wasn't it? Like, you know. I'll tell you what, as it happens, is at the moment, if anybody's really playing well at the moment, see Madison's certainly playing for Spurs now after that dive.
Why didn't you think Madison got a game before when he was at Leicester? He never used to play for England.
Never played for England, like, and it's funny, like, you know, you go to Tottenham and all of a sudden you get a chance to play. It's a funny situation. Maybe they, you know, Southgate don't.
That was good, son.
I think that good turn from Saka. Gets in Henderson, of course, who's playing in Saudi Arabia now. Saka again on ball on the right hand side, whipped in by Henderson. Harry Kane looked like he was going for it.
Do you really rate Henderson?
I'm not. I think he's decent.
I think we have to have someone better than him, surely, yeah?
Yeah, I would say that, but you know, unfortunately, obviously, you know, I think there's, you know, Calvin Phillips hasn't played 1 minute for Man City this season. He's playing there, like, you know, it's unbelievable. Certainly dominating the game, weren't we? Like, you know, I mean, I haven't really. I don't think Shinchenko was touched the ball, was he? Didn't even know he was playing. Thoughts on the Henderson controversy? Well, you know, this is the trouble. Like, you know, he's got involved with it a bit before the World Cup, when he now and all of a sudden then gets an offer to go to Saudi Arabia under Steven Gerrard, of course, who he did play for at Liverpool. So I do feel it was probably for footballing reasons. But go on, Saka! Ooh, chance there for Saka. Not well done. England dominating this at the moment. Beer and pork scratchings. I've never been another of pork scratchings, have you?
Salt and vinegar pork scratching is the best.
Yeah, how's it go? Yeah. Oh.
Madrid, foul there by Walker. That's a foul. You know, it is a good question. Would you work for the same? Would you work for regular money in Saudi Arabia? You probably wouldn't, would you? Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's got to be good financial package to move there. I think. Listen, you know, you can dress it up as you like. You know, Jordan Henderson has actually gone there for the money. Of course, he has. Like, you know what I mean? If it's big money, and also he's getting to the wrong side of 30. Maybe, like, you know, game time is guaranteed a little bit more there. But I do feel it's money motivated more than anything else. Have I heard anything on Gabriel's injury? I'm being told, or being told by a journalist that I know, that it was more of a impact knock, like a dead leg or something like that. So it shouldn't be too serious. It wasn't a muscle injury, so like an impact injury is something that was really good. Like, from there, like, 1 second.
Yeah, but it's a shame I'm not going to see you when you get out.
So we're looking at it now. Harry Maguire on the ball. He's playing it out now to Mark Gay, who I think deserves a chance to play for England, if I'll be honest, you know. So deserves it there. More so than Harry Maguire match. I think he deserves it more, like, you know.
100%.
You know, so getting in there. But it's funny, like, I'm going to say something about Harry Maguire. When I say about Harry Maguire, he hasn't let England down, which is true. But I'm going to go along that and defend that. But Sterling never let England down, and he's been dropped.
I was so gutted for you because I know you.
So, you know, like, you know, it's one rule for one for another, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you know, we'll have to see how it goes. But England totally dominating this game at the moment. 15 minutes gone. I'll tell you what, if this was Arsenal or Spurs match, you'd be a little bit disappointed, wouldn't you? The way it's gone at the moment.
Disappointed, yeah.
Yeah.
that made more of it.
Gale on the ball again now. He's going to knock it out here surely to Chilwell. No, back into Maguire. Just like they're really letting us have the ball at this moment in time. So we'll see how it goes from there.
A Euro qualifier.
Yeah, Euro qualifier, proper qualifier. Got a friendly, of course, on Tuesday against Scotland. So we'll see how it goes there.
It seems like this is a friendly the way it's going.
Yeah, it does seem like friendly at this moment in time. It's not a great game at the moment. No real excitement. Madison seems to be popping up everywhere at the moment. They've done really, really well. We've had all this possession. We haven't really. Have we had a shot on target? I don't think we had a shot really. So probing at the moment. Walker on the ball. Former, of course, Tottenham man as well. Max Walker.
Yeah, former Tottenham man. Listen, the thing about Pickford's Everton form, I get that, but he's never really let England down, and I think that's the thing there. When I look at it, there, that's a good ball from Harry Kane. Oh dear, but he is in the team for his. That's what I'm saying. Does Pickford deserve to be in the team? Probably on his England form he does, but then so he keeps with him, but doesn't keep with someone like Sterling. It's very, very enjoyable. Declan Rice hasn't really done anything at this moment in time other than just keep the ball ticking away. Nothing spectacular. Jude Bellingham as well, who's on the ball now. Plays it out wide to Chilwell. Chilwell seems to be giving us the width on the left-hand side, and meaning that Madison's pumping into that side. Maguire now out to Henderson. Henderson playing inside to Mark Goey again. Can't come forward very, very well. Puts the ball in towards.
Cool.
I think Ramsdale should be in goal over Pickford. Yeah, listen, I get that, but are we being a little bit Arsenal biased there? I'm not so sure. I think that it'd be interesting to see what happens in the friendly on Tuesday, because I think for the last 3 or 4 England gets-togethers, Ramsdale hasn't had a look in. He's been training but not getting a chance. So I do feel that when you've got a friendly, he probably deserves to have a start. But listen, when you're playing for international football, sometimes you just got to be patient, just keep working hard and get your opportunities. So we'll see what happens. Saka with a tackle there, but breaking back into the UK. Harry Maguire, what's his header going to be like? Yeah, one a bad header, to be fair. Again, see that Harry Maguire at this moment in time has started off the game. He's done okay. He's done nothing wrong. But really, as I say, they're not really offering anything at this moment in time on Ukraine. They're coming out on the right-hand side now, see what they've got. Managing to keep possession. I don't know how they did, but they have. Not really seen too much of Mudryk, not seen too much of Shinchenko at this moment in time. Jimmy Page, come on. What's that mean? COYS down. What does that mean? Coys, what does that mean? Is that what it means?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're a disgrace. Chance, well defended by Walker. Pickford done well. We've got a blank screen at the moment, so I don't know what's happened there. We've got something going wrong with Channel 4 at this moment in time. So ask us a question. We have got a blank screen up at the moment. Oh, it's back on. Listen, I've made my views very, very clear about Southgate, and I'll say it again now. There's been jobs come up this year. Tottenham job come up, for instance. Not even thought about Gareth Southgate, and quite rightly so.
Few tackles flying in there. Someone's gone down injured. Who's that down injured? Madison. Madison took a knock there. I think they're both all right. Yeah, no problems there. Ukraine player's going to go into the book here for that tackle. Yeah, gone into the book. Madison seems okay, which is good news for Spurs fans. Oh, could have been nasty. That's a bit nasty. That. Yeah. It's a bad tackle, that. Well, as much as it was, we're 21 minutes into the game, yes. I don't think either goalkeeper's had a shot to save yet. Pickford's gone long. That's a great ball, by the way. Good tackle on Saka. Saka now seems to be a regular for England. Yeah, he's got a knock now, like, got a little kick there as well. Seems all right. Does take a lot of stick down. He does, but seems robust. He maybe takes it all.
He's only going to get stronger, isn't he?
Yeah. Nothing really happening at the moment. Ukraine winning that night. Coming forward now. If I can get Shinchenko in here. Shinchenko, wasn't the best ball from Shinchenko. Shinchenko, of course, Arsenal fullback, but playing in midfield today. I thought we should have done a little bit better there, if I'll be honest. Well won. Nothing really happening at this moment in time in this game. This is the trouble with England games. Sometimes they can be a bit boring, like, and this one's certainly looking a little bit like that at this moment in time. Ukraine well up for this. They're defending well. The system's working very well. Poor ball that from Pickford, by the way. But like the likes of Saka and Kane in particular have hardly touched the ball. Really.
Still 0-0.
Still 0-0. No shots yet. All right.
I said you talked to me after.
Okay, no worries. Ukraine on the attack now. Put it inside. Good defending. Very nonchalant defending.
You shouldn't want a Budweiser?
No, I'm all right, thanks, mate. You can stick them right up your Jackson.
No, I'm fine, thank you. I've never liked Budweiser.
Nah, it's awful. No, you know what I mean?
I quite like it.
Why?
Oh, you can turn the.
Well, that's what he likes because he can't work
It's
out.
American beer, isn't it? American, half American.
That's it. Like, that's because you're in America all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm half American now, aren't I? Yeah. And I've been eating my chips.
Yeah.
Drinking my beer.
I'm not. So they never had no Heineken in there or nothing like that, just Budweiser.
Honestly, hardly nothing in there, did they?
I thought you might like Budweiser. I don't know. Sorry.
That's all right.
We've got the worst beer, worst chips.
We've had a couple of beers already.
We've had a couple of beers. We had a couple of beers in the pub after golf, which was good.
I looked in the whole fridge for Amstel, I didn't have it. I'm just going to buy it.
Is that your favourite beer then?
I do like Amstel.
I like Amstel as well.
There's some bronies in there, as happens.
Oh no!
Oh, it scored! Who scored it? It's Shinchenko! It is Shinchenko of Arsenal that has just scored 1-0 to Ukraine. Wow. Really, see, first sort of chance. England opened up, Max, there's some, in the fridge, there's some bronies.
The one?
Yeah, I'll have one of them, yeah.
I can't remember.
Why not?
No, I'm driving.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I only had
That's why he's just had the half like.
And then had the pint, and it's 1.5. That's probably a bit on the.
Yeah, you're on the borderline. So yeah. Oh, it's a good move. Opened up England on the left hand side. Madison and Chilwell down that side. Chelsea and Tottenham respectively, and that was a good move. Good cut back, and there's Shinchenko. Oh, good finish as well. Very, very good finish. 1-0 to Ukraine. Lovely. Cheers, Maxi Boy. That's a proper drink, by the way. Yeah.
Well,
Bring Ramsdale on like that.
my prediction went wrong, didn't it? 2-0.
Yeah. I didn't give a prediction. I'm going to say 2-1. Yeah. So realistically, in this game, England don't deserve to be losing. England have dominated the possession, but without doing anything. And Ukraine have cut us open down the left-hand side, or their right, our left, and are 1-0 up. There is a call for Shinchenko to play midfield, but to be honest, I never really heard him. Didn't even think he was playing, and then all of a sudden, bang! We've got we're 1-0 down. 27 minutes gone. And this is the thing about football: you can have all the possession you like. It don't necessarily mean you're going to win the game. Good play from the Bayern Munich player.
Oh!
What's that for?
What's he doing there?
Good shot.
There's a little super chat coming here. Why is Zinni not playing? Let's see if I can get that up. Why is Zinni not playing? Little super chat coming here.
Good tackle.
Why is Zinni not playing in the number 8 role for Arsenal?
Oh!
Saka. Oh. Well, the reason that probably he's not playing the number 8 role, Tony, thanks for the donation, is that realistically we have got a player called Martin Odegaard in that position, and maybe that's the reason why. But I'll be really honest, I haven't really seen Shinchenko do that much in this game so far. But he's banged the ball in the back of the net, and that's all that counts, I suppose. So yeah. We'll have to wait and see, but an interesting one there. Like, you know, Liverpool fans saying Ramsdale's better than Henderson. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? You know. So, I always find England games, and I'll be really honest. Well, I watched the cricket yesterday, England New Zealand. I got really patriotic for that. We're going to watch the rugby later on. We're going to go to something to eat after this, and then get back for the England rugby. Very passionate there. When it comes to England football, because there's rivalry between teams and things like that, I'm not as patriotic about it. I'm sort of more club. What do you reckon on that? Nothing there, really, I suppose. Oh, Toddy's in the chat, like, you know what I mean? I have a massive game tomorrow, yes, and I'm having a little beer at this moment in time, but it's only my second one, Mr. Todd. Thank you very much. I'll be around to your house in a little while to drop your boots off. Your size 13.5, so you can't get from anywhere else. Good old Toddy. Good player, Toddy. Well, I've been told to say that, like, you know, he's a top player. Played really, really well last week. And left hand side role, done really, really well. Better than his mate Jordan.
That was their first.
Sean, what position does Toddy play? He actually plays all over the place. He's one of those players that can play anywhere. He's a utility man. He plays left side, he can play in midfield, he can play at the back.
Doesn't play well in any of those positions, but he just does a job. Does a job. Good lad though. Good character. And good around the dressing room. There you go. So I didn't give him a fiver later.
Have you seen Harry Kane touch the ball?
Harry Kane's hardly touched the ball at this moment in time, like, you know.
Got more orange kit, isn't it?
Yeah, what's like, you know, like Toddy, by the way, my mate Toddy, he's got size 13 and a half. That's big for you.
Is he quite agile though?
Well, I wouldn't say he's agile.
Well, 13 and a half, I think so.
He gets up and down, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't say he's agile, but 13 and a half, they're like skis. What size feet are you?
We're both 10 and a half.
10 and a half feet. Is that UK 10 and a half?
UK 10 and a half? You're 10 and a half? 10? Really?
But me makes it the same. You've got the same feet. Look.
I'm only at 8 and a half. A size 10. The bloke you size 10. 10 and a half. Oh, got to get the half in, have we?
Yeah. Well, sometimes 11 in football boots.
Really?
And rugby boots used to be 11.
10 is a bit tight for me. That's 10 and a half perfect.
10 and a half. That's unreal.
Not as much as 13 and a half.
That is crazy.
Toddy's still in the chat, like, you know what I mean? So I thought you was doing a barbecue today, mate, like, you know. So yeah, 13 and a half is massive, you know. So when he gets a toe to it, you know what I mean, like, he's got an advantage, hasn't he? Oh dear. I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow playing football in this weather tomorrow. I have to put a bit of sun cream on my head.
Your arms as well, your arms.
Yeah, my arms burn up, you know, burning after golf today. And also with my
the fire.
my adventure with the fire, burnt on myself, you know. Don't mess about with fire, it's dangerous. 33 minutes gone, and you are right, Dale, really. Harry Kane has hardly been in this game. Hardly touched the ball. Madison, oh my God, Madison's it's been at Spurs for a couple of weeks and he's learning the old dark arts already of to dive.
Ooh. Good change.
Oh, so I'm well happy at the moment. Like over 240 people in the chat at the moment, which is really good. Like, you know what I mean? For my first ever watch along. So thanks, guys, for doing that. That's unbelievable. Like, you know? So big up to you all for tuning in and watching. So very humbled by that.
That was his first foul.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't go diving, Max, should he? Like, I mean, upsetting the referee earlier on. Like, is it a foul? Let's have a look. Is it a bookable offence? I think it is a booking, like in today's football, you'd have to say it's a booking. I'd sent him off for it, really, if it had been me. No, booking, like, you know. Have you seen that video with James Madison, by the way, when at Bournemouth, when all the fans are? If you get, it is good to watch, even though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're all
They're all giving him stick, going like, yeah, by the corner flag, and he puts the corner flag out, and very good, very good. Thanks, Sharky. Nice to be part of the first watch along on Lead Judges TV. Yeah, first ever one. So, you know, look, guys, if it's become a success, we'll certainly do it again. We'll look to do it again maybe on Tuesday for the England-Scotland game. I don't know if Darren and Max want to come round again, like, you know, but the way it's going at the moment, they probably won't. Yeah, I'm going to say this now. At the front, you know, I'm not just digging out Harry Kane here. That was just that my brother actually mentioned that he hadn't heard from Harry Kane. Now, my brother is a massive Harry Kane fan. We've actually got a nephew, thanks to him, called Kane.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh,
Madison.
Madison was in there. Oh. Good ball that from Bellingham. But yeah, Saka's been very, very quiet as well, like, you know.
I'm surprised you've let them in your house. So that's something like that.
If we weren't family, we wouldn't be allowed.
Well, no, if you weren't fan, they wouldn't be allowed. Actually, going back in there, you know, whether I should reveal this or not, but I did take next to a Spurs game, didn't I?
Yep.
What was it? It was a team.
Hull, wasn't it? Because Ryan was playing for Hull. Was Ryan playing for Hull that time? He was, wasn't it?
Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So my mate Glenn, of course, is one of my good friends. Glenn's son is Ryan Mason, who plays, of course, for Spurs, and he left Spurs then and gone to Hull, and he by then he got us a couple of tickets to the Hull Spurs game. So I took you in on this.
Yes. That was a long time ago.
Oh, that's very nice, you Keith, being a Villa fan, but you're a Lee Judges fan as well. Thank you very much, and good luck to the Villa this season. I think going to have a good season, Villa. Made some good signings.
He's a good manager. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't work out at Arsenal.
This didn't want the right timing for Uri Emery at Arsenal. I don't really think that the board wanted him, but you know, turned down Newcastle, didn't he? And he's now gone to Aston Villa, doing a good job. Villa are going to be a good side this year.
They bought some good players.
They bought some good players. I don't know how it's going to go with the Europa League thing, Thursday, Sundays. I don't know how that's going to go, but if they can navigate that pretty well, I think Villa are going to have a very, very good season. What team do you think is going to be the surprise team for the season this year? Do you think there's anybody? Tottenham.
Forest also.
Forest. You feel Forest?
Forest had a strong start.
We're going to go for Forest. Going to be a bit better than what they were last season.
Well, I don't think they're going to be struggling for anything.
Where's you? Come on in. Let's have the conversation now. Let's get it. Let's get the old. Let's get it out there. Where do you think Spurs will finish this season? Fifth. Darren, what are you going for?
It's a good shout, fifth. I'd probably take fifth.
Take fifth.
Well, because that's Champions League now, right?
Yes. If you get fifth next season, it's Champions League.
Oh,
So,
I know that.
yeah, they're top 5 next season. So
why have they gone in another place then?
I don't know why they've gone. You know, they're changing it up a bit more and might try and make it more of a European league.
But like, it does make sense because there's so much quality in the Premier League compared to the other leagues.
Yeah. Duncan saying Spurs coming 7th.
I think.
Where's Arsenal going to come, Duncan?
All right. That's Darren just said. Like Duncan, coming back with that. Where are Arsenal going to finish? And if you think 7th for Spurs,
Be honest.
I'll be honest. So at this moment in time, 39 minutes gone, right? And England have not had a shot yet.
We're not had a shot on target.
Keith reckons Spurs 5th. Who do you think is going to win the league?
Man City.
Man City. Yeah.
Because they've sold players, but then they've strengthened it straight away. Yeah?
Ant said there, I hate to say this, but I think Spurs will finish 4th.
I hate to say it, it's Arsenal, man.
They're all Arsenal.
Well, they're all Arsenal fans on there. No, there's different sort of fans and everything like that, you know. So, see how it goes. Well, I thought I might be cheering an Harry Kane goal today. It don't look like it at this moment in time. It's been very, very quiet.
There's no fluidity going on.
No.
There's nothing.
He's on the ball now.
He's on the ball now.
That was a good ball.
It's a wonderful ball from Harry Kane. Goal!
Oh!
Yes. Walker equaliser. I tell you what, Harry
Unbelievable,
Kane, that was a fantastic pass.
Wow.
And England have equalised 1-1. Just when realistically you're thinking, well, nothing's
We
happening.
were just slagging the ball.
We're just slagging everybody up there, like, you know.
Harry Kane ain't done nothing, and then he turns
And he
out
plays the ball like that.
Well, that's what good players do. World class players do. They're very, very quiet, and then all of a sudden they can score. And I tell you what,
Wow.
Is he offside? I don't think. No.
Onside.
No, onside. Is he onside?
Just close.
It's close.
Well taken.
Yeah, well taken goal. Are they going to check it though?
Oh, they are. It was that was like Man U Arsenal.
But again, that's so close. They've got to give it. Yeah, they should give it.
Goal. Yeah, I think it was onside. You know what I mean? Someone say Harry Kane giving Southgate a lifeline. I agree with that. Like, you know what I mean? It's. I think it's been a poor half, if I'll be honest. But that one bit of magic does help, doesn't it? Like, you know what I mean? So. Oh, yeah.
Put Madison again on the floor.
No, that's Henderson now, I think. They put it about these Ukrainians, didn't they? Let's have a look at this one. Well, that's a bit harsh, isn't it?
It wasn't too bad.
No. That apparently was Walker's first goal for England.
Really?
The first goal for England. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a wonderful ball.
Great touch as well.
Great. That's a great goal, by the way. Do you know what, Harry Kane? That's why he can go into to play into his mid-30s, because he can play that sort of role. He could actually doesn't rely on his pace.
Well onside. Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Well onside. It happens. It looks a lot closer than that, like, you know. But the lines, they never lie, boys. They never lie. Man United fans don't agree with that, but they never lie. What's this from, man? It's 2:40 a.m. in Sydney. I'm mainly just here to see Lee. It's going to cheer up a Kane goal. It's a shift cheer. Well, big up for the stream. We'll see, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've got to say, the Bayern Munich superstar with a great pass, like, you know what I mean? Lovely. It's lovely, isn't it? Like, it's lovely. You can't say that word no more. He's done it again, that Harry Kane. Yeah, similar to Rooney coming deep and all that. Oh, that's a good question. Like, we'll put that in the chat. Who is the better player for? Who's the better player, Rooney or Kane? See what will we get from that, like, you know what I mean? Wayne Rooney or Harry Kane? Who's the best player? Who do you think is the best player? Put it in the chat. Come on, let's see what we got there, like, you know. We're going to we'll let that fester for a couple of seconds into half time, and we'll have a discussion about that. Sam Bond has said Kane. I'm going to go along with him, I think. Who are you going for?
What for?
Who's the best player, Rooney or Kane?
Oh, Kane.
Kane, 100%.
You're being biased there.
What do you think?
Peter said Wayne. I honestly think probably Kane. I think Kane. Do you know what though? Do you remember going back to the Portugal World Cup in 2004? He was unbelievable, Wayne Rooney. He was at the peak of it, you know, that first World Cup. England would have won those Euros if he hadn't got injured.
Oh,
Great ball from Saka into Kane. Oh, he's fluffed his lines. Bayern Munich. Who said that? Dom Drewsbury said Rooney was by far a better player. I'm not so sure about by far. I think there's a lot in it, if I'll be honest, either way. But you know, until Kane done something, you can't compare him to Rooney.
Good debate though, really. Like, I suppose what they're saying is because Kane's won, Rooney's won a load of stuff, maybe.
Also, when Rooney was younger, it was a lot more like direct than Kane ever was.
Yeah. So at half time, Ukraine won, England won. Shinchenko scoring for Ukraine, a very, very good, well worked goal from their point of view. Then for England to bounce back with probably their only shot of the game. I've got to be like, I think it's their only shot of the game. Great ball from Harry Kane, Bayern Munich's Harry Kane, and finished well by Manchester City, Kyle Walker. Could have been so much worse, couldn't it be? 5-10 years ago, like, you know what I mean? But they've now moved from their clubs. Former Tottenham players, of course. Good debate that night. You know, I mean, who is the better, Rooney or Harry Kane? I remember doing a show once when they were saying that Henry or Harry Kane. I thought it was laughable at the time, but I'll tell you what, I think Harry Kane has closed the gap on Thierry Henry.
He's unbelievable.
Super chat here from Sam. Thank you very much for the super chat, Sam. Let's have a look what you've got to say. The only reason Kane doesn't get the respect he deserves is because he's played for Spurs. Kane ahead of Rooney.
Well, like also what he did last season to get 26 goals or 30 goals in that team.
Well, yeah, listen,
That's
Kane always scores goals. There's no two ways about that. And listen, he hasn't done anything in that game, to be honest. And then pops up right at the end to do something like that, you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting, like that. Do you think, like, if Harry Kane wins the Bundesliga, people will turn around and say, well, that's it now, he's won trophies? And
no, I think he'll have to win the Champions League for people to turn around.
He's got to do a little bit more than that,
I think so.
Because, like, you know, they've won the last 10. He ain't really going to make a difference from that point of view, is he?
But they are so big in that league. It's like when in the Spanish league you got Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's not like that in the Bundesliga. It's just Bayern Munich, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just Bayern Munich. Like, you know, it's like in Scotland, it's just Celtic and Rangers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in England, it's just Man City.
Yes. Arsenal are up there for a bit.
Hey! We give it a go for 8 months.
Yeah, for the first 3 quarters of the season.
Yeah, but when it mattered, it didn't, like, you know.
I still can't believe that. I thought Arsenal were going to win. We chucked it away at the end.
But I'll tell you what, this is one thing about the England games. They're not great games, are they?
We're not an exciting team, especially with Southgate.
No, it's not exciting, I don't think. Like that, so there you go, like that. We'll see how it goes. Not been a bad. Have you enjoyed yourselves doing this, guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something different, like, yeah. Got nearly 300 people watching now, which is unbelievable, right? You know? So I never thought I'd get that many people watching. Right, you know? So very humbled by that. Right? I wonder if Mum and Bill are watching this, like, what do you reckon? Well, there hasn't been really no one that could save man in the match or whatever, like in that game or whatever. No one's really been doing that well. Come, you want to come sit there? Come sit here. Come, this is my nephew Max. Come sit here, Max. Come sit here.
No, I was just having a look.
Come sit here, like that. Mate.
I'm going to grab a beer.
Grab a beer and he's going to come in and have a chat, like, you know. We're going to interview my nephew Max. I'm going to give you a couple of questions, Max, like, yeah? Half-time questions.
Half-time questions, mate.
Yeah, come sit there.
I'll come sit down.
Come sit down there. There's my mate Max. How you doing, Max? This is
Hello.
my nephew Max.
Hello.
Like, you know what I mean?
Got a massive compared to you. Let me get down.
He's a big lad, is Max. Like, you know? So
You used to play rugby, didn't you?
Yeah, we used to play rugby.
Yeah, like, you know, so you're a big Spurs fan, aren't you? Like,
Yeah,
so-
massive Spurs fan.
massive, Spurs
Massive,
fan,
yeah.
Right, so, who's your favourite player? Who's your favourite ever Tottenham player?
Either Robbie Keane or Jermaine Defoe, I'd say. What? What's wrong with that? What?
You're just losing my beer. You know what I mean? Jermaine Defoe or Robbie Keane?
Yeah.
Brilliant, James.
Oh, no, yeah,
Both unbelievable strikers for Tottenham. Come on.
what about Sol Campbell? No.
Judas. So how many people you got watching now?
We have now got 261. Like,
Oh, look, they're all going like Spurs fan.
listen, we had 398, and then you've turned up now. We've just lost
No.
20. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get out of it.
Absolutely useless, like, you know what I mean? So, what made you become a Spurs fan then? Like, knowing that your
That man over there.
and your favourite uncle was an
Pops.
Arsenal fan,
Pops.
and your granddad was a
Yeah.
big Arsenal fan. And be honest, you hate Arsenal, don't you?
Yeah, I hate Arsenal, of course.
Like, you know, even though you know your uncle and your granddad were big Arsenal fans.
Yeah, but you know, we don't let it come between us. So,
No, we don't.
let
We
it come
don't.
between
We
us.
actually got on quite well because of it. Don't we? We get on with it quite well, like that. Right? So, Defoe, yeah. So yeah, he lives up the road, Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, we're good mates.
Yeah, he's good mates with him, like, yeah. Oh dear.
This is brilliant. Look, it's gone down to 257 now. I better get off.
Oh no, yeah, we're actually losing people because you know, get out of here, like, you know what I mean? Get out of here. Done well, though, like.
Little cameo.
He's a good. Do you know one of the saddest things, right, of me in my life, and I'll be really honest with you, is like that I've never been able to go to games like with my brother or my nephew, like, do you know what I mean? Like, as like
Because
because they are we're obviously I'm Arsenal, they're Spurs. So we've never had that relationship with Vidal, like, you know what I mean?
That's why it's nice to watch an England game together.
Like,
Yeah?
so we can watch an England game together, like, you know. So, but we've never had that, you know, like, oh, I'm off with my brother or I'm off with my nephew. They're always going there, like. Now listen, they're going to Spurs versus Sheffield United next week, like, and let me tell you, Darren's record isn't great.
No,
Isn't
So it could compare straight.
Isn't great. So when there's the opportunity to get them tickets, I said get them them tickets, like, yeah, because your record ain't very good, there, is it?
Whenever I've gone,
They've lost, you know what I mean, or drawn.
I think the best one we got a draw once
Against Norwich. Norwich?
I think no. Do you remember that? I think you went to the Norwich game, like, and they beat you 1-0.
It was like it was Pookie or something.
Yeah, I remember, like, you know, I said, oh, they're going to win that game. Norwich, actually. You haven't been to that many games, have you? Have you been to the new stadium?
I've been a couple of times.
I've been a couple of times, like, yeah, but
It's nice in this
I
stadium.
can't remember the game I see in the new stadium. You must have come with me.
I remember the last time we come over, we got your tickets for it, didn't I?
I've definitely been.
I think Michelle got your
What?
tickets, didn't she?
Yeah, I definitely went with one game. I don't know.
That's a good question, Cameron. I'll ask a couple of questions. So let's make it a Spurs half time, like, you know what I mean? Who's the best player you've seen play for Spurs? Glenn Hoddle.
And then for me, it's Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. So Glenn Hoddle, Harry Kane. What would you say, like, Spurs legends, like, you know, of it all, like, you'd have to say Aussie art dealers would have to be in there, wouldn't you, like, you know?
But my favourite ever player who played for Spurs,
Let me say,
see if you know.
David Ginola.
That's a good guess, but no.
It's not, no.
Gascoigne.
Someone who's really, well, I think he probably would be a legend in most Spurs players' lives, but Graham Roberts.
Graham Roberts. Lives around here.
Yeah,
What about Steve Close? He's centre back.
He's a centre back midfield
He
player.
was
Oh, I played against him. A little story for you. Like, I played against him. He was playing for Enfield at the time, and I done him in a tackle right on the sideline within about 10, 15 minutes, and I thought he was going to get up and growl at me and, you know, and whatever, and he didn't say a word. Right, and for the next 70 minutes, I was off my game because I just thought that he was gonna
do me,
Get
get me back. But he never did. But he had me in my head, you know what I mean? And at the end of the game, he just shook me hand and went, well played. And that was it.
Well, your favourite, he done your favourite ever player, Charlie Nicholas.
Charlie Nicholas, he done Charlie Nicholas,
Put him in the stand, didn't
yeah, put him in the stand, yeah. I remember that. That's at Highbury, wasn't it? Like, it's really funny because like me and Darren used to go. Do you remember those games? We used to go Arsenal Spurs when you'd go at one end, you'd be in the clock end, wouldn't you? Like, you know what I mean? And I'd be down the North Bank. We'd never talk to we and all that, like, you know. And it was weird, wasn't it? Really, like, you know, we get those days. And then we go to the fixtures and all that, and we'd stay clear of each other for days, wouldn't we? So, yeah. But that was the days when. Do you remember those days when Granddad used to take us to Tottenham games, and then Dad would take us to Arsenal games, and then sort of like we had to make a decision, didn't we? Yeah. And we made the decision. I went Arsenal.
But half the family Spurs, half the family.
You know, half the family. We've got that. It's weird, isn't it? Like that, half the family. Even like we got uncles. My uncle's a Tottenham supporter, but his son's an Arsenal fan. It's a weird. We have a weird setup. Our family's weird. It's weird when it comes to that, like, you know what I mean?
Who does Charlie
Charlie likes Chelsea. My son likes Chelsea because he's like he went to that. He likes Arsenal as well, but like he's more going towards the Arsenal now, but because they've got better. But you know, like going back when he was growing up, Chelsea were, you know, like the winning team, weren't they? Like you always sort of want to go towards the winning team. Emily, like she's Arsenal, but she's not really into it like we are. Like, you know what I mean? What's this from Ronnie? Afternoon, Lee. Remember meeting me and sitting with me in the Tollington last season. Look forward to seeing you soon. Hard to grab tickets at the moment. Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare to get tickets at the Arsenal at the moment. And this schemes that they're doing at the moment is ridiculous. Like, you know? Ronnie, my wife's two brothers are Tottenham and Liverpool. Laugh out loud. I know the feeling. They could be Tottenham and Liverpool.
Where do they come from?
Yeah, whereabouts you come from, Ronnie? Whereabouts you come from to be Tottenham and Liverpool? That is a bit extreme, like, you know what I mean? My wife's two brothers are Tottenham and Liverpool. Well, but that Champions League final was good between them two, didn't it?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Let us know that one, Ronnie. Like, whereabouts they come from? Why Tottenham and Liverpool and not Arsenal? If you was to take one Arsenal player out and put him in the Tottenham team, who would it be?
Probably Saka, yeah.
Saka?
Well, I would say Odegaard, but our midfield's very good at the moment, so I'd say Saka. But like out of all the Arsenal players, I rate Odegaard the most.
Yeah.
You took the second, yeah, put Saka on the.
Oh, it would instantly make our team much better.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
But like also when Gabriel and Saliba are both playing, they're very strong.
yeah.
You know, that Saliba's good.
Saliba's good, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Very good player.
Big, isn't
Big, strong. Do you know what?
Both are.
I was fortunate. I went to not this season, the season before, to America when we was in Orlando. That was the first time I see him. Do you know when you see a player, it doesn't happen very often, and you go, wow, what? And that's what when I see him, I thought, wow, what a player he is! Like, you know what I mean? So unbelievable. Like,
you see him in the flesh.
yeah, you know. Do you remember what? Do you remember you come back from the semi-final at Old Trafford when Arsenal won 2-1, and you said Vieira. We sat down and you said, I've just seen an animal in Vieira. Like, do you remember that? And you said, like, I didn't think he was that good, and so you actually big, strong, and he was awesome that day. I remember you coming home and saying, like, you know, we've been up to Old Trafford, haven't we? Like, you know, and you said like coming back with. I think we spoke a couple of days later, and you said, "Oh my God, that Vieira."
The most impressive species of man I've ever seen is when I see Tiger Woods live.
Tiger Woods live.
Yeah,
I'm don't just say
he's
like,
a
you know what I
big
mean?
bloke. You don't realise how big he is.
I've never met him live or seen him live.
I've watched him live in England play golf, and when I see him, when he walked past, he's got an aura about him.
Yeah,
he ripped to pieces. When he was at his fittest, you know, when he was at his A game.
Geordie too, fan art. Newcastle. What do you think about Newcastle? All my life, just the way I've always liked Newcastle. And I'll tell you what, I know it sounds silly about Newcastle. I'm going to be really honest about Newcastle. Why I've always liked Newcastle, got nothing to do with football. I'll be the same pet. I absolutely love it. It's my favourite ever programme.
Have you seen all the episodes?
Every single one of them.
Because they've done loads of
Yeah, every single one of them. It's the best programme I've ever seen. You ever seen that, Max? You probably wouldn't appreciate
What, Geordie Shore?
Geordie Shore, see, that's what I'm saying. Ridiculous, like, you know what I mean? But like, have you never seen I'll Be the Same Pet?
No.
We've got that.
I watched them all about a year ago,
Ah,
and I watched the whole series from start to like.
yeah, like
They've done about 8 seasons.
yeah, from Germany, Spain, everything like that. It's just the best programme going. And I think I've always had a soft spot for Newcastle ever since then, like, you know what I mean? You ever been to Newcastle for a night out?
No.
No, but I want to. I've got a friend who moved up there from home. Seems to have a good
Gary Scott says the first episode. The Germany one, Gary, you're right. The Germany ones were great, but I also do think the second series when they go to Marbella and all that was fantastic. Do you remember they do they go to the Derbyshire and do up the home and all that, Ali Fraser and all that.
Harry Fraser's brilliant.
Ali Fraser, I have to say that, you know, I don't know which is the best one out of the two. Like, you know, absolutely brilliant.
Good show.
Oh, what was the show with Yosha Rouge? Yeah, he used to go like, "Give us a job," wasn't it? Like, you know what I mean, what was that? Remember that? Give us a job. Give us a job. Boys from the Black Stuff, I think it was called, if I remember rightly, from the atmosphere. I think it was nowhere near in a class of our the same pet. I actually remember we used to. It was in the 80s and all that. He used to go out on a Friday night, and this RV the same pet come on. This was before all like Sky Plus and everything like that. You could video them, but we wouldn't go out on a Friday night until that was finished because it was that good.
What's the best ever TV show you've ever watched? Are they the same pet?
Yeah,
The same pet?
RV the same pet.
Oh,
Best comedy thing after that would be Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, that's good like that.
I like Dad's Army.
Dad's Army, like I love Dad's Army.
They are never going to that.
I tell you what,
Sopranos. You ever seen Sopranos?
I've never ever watched The Sopranos. No,
It's brilliant.
I've never watched The
What
Sopranos.
was that old show with
Seinfeld.
Harold?
Oh, Steptown's Son. That is good. That was good.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing. I watched it the other week. It was on drama or something like that. Whatever Happened to the Lighty Lads. Fantastic, but
I've seen it.
Have you seen on the? I think it's one of these channels. The $6 Million Man.
$6 Million
Did you
Man.
watch it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
quite-
but it's not as good as it used
nah,
to.
not as good as what it used
You
to.
know,
No.
when you went to me as a kid, you used to actually love
I
it.
actually love it, like, you know.
And you know what I turned on last night when I got back to my hotel? Monkey was on.
It's on like,
No way.
live TV at the moment, Monkey. Yeah, like,
That's
I remember
good.
that. It's crap. But when we was younger, we used to watch that. Yeah, yeah.
It's brilliant.
It used to be good, like, you know what I mean.
You know what Monkey is?
Of course, I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, Jimmy now, Nobby, the character of Oz in I'll Be the Same Pet is the best character ever been made. Like, you know what I mean? I just loved Oz. You know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant. Like, listen, guys, if you've not watched I'll Be the Same Pet, like, you know what I mean, go and watch it. It's probably one of the best things ever. Like, you know? Geordie soon said, like, Lee, me and you would get on like a house on fire. I don't mention fire with me at the moment, but until we played each other, like, you know. Listen, like, Newcastle, I've got no begrudging feeling that. I've always said that about Newcastle fans, even when they've struggled. Unbelievable fans.
No, they're great.
Unbelievable, like, you know what I mean?
And they deserve some success.
Well, they do and they don't, in my opinion. Until they sort out the away end, I've got no. I feel that we'll get put up right up in the sky, and I think that's bang out of order, like, you know what I mean?
I don't reckon he'll last long though, Eddie Howe.
Eddie out another year.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, another year.
Get someone else because I think he's sort of overachieved, didn't he, last season?
Yeah, he done well.
That's fair.
Does that well to the Alpine unit, man, doesn't
He does draw cards really well.
he? I love saying it now. Harry Kane, Bayern Munich. Ronnie has said, Lee, what have you got planned for this weekend? Like, listen, I haven't seen my brother. My brother, is over from Sion. We haven't seen each other, what, for 3 years now?
3 years.
Over 3 years, obviously, with what's going on. So we've got a little bit to play. I've got football in the morning, and then we're going to go out for something to eat tomorrow with the family. Chinese tomorrow, and we're going to go out for something to eat after this.
Oh!
Harry Maguire. Is that Harry Maguire?
Yeah.
Oh, Harry Maguire. Yeah, so we're going to go out for something to eat after that, and we're going to go golf on Monday again. We're going to go golf on Monday again, like, you know. JB's put in a super chat here, so I'm going to have to answer this one here, like, you know. Here we go. What do you think of the Sancho situation? Shall I go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first. I actually think that the manager is bang out of order, hanging him out to dry. I do feel that he used that as a thing to scapegoat his poor performances as a manager. Like, you know, you keep that in house as far as I'm concerned. But he's just not hit the heights of what he'd done at Dortmund
At Man U or England.
or England. He's just been a bit of a disappointment, isn't he? Like, you know what I mean? So.
I don't know if I like the kit or not. Do you like it?
What, England's kit?
It's orange.
I'm not so sure. What's this here, what Joey said? Lee, it's the police that make you sit up there. It's when the away supporters come out for health and safety. I know it's a big climb. Oh my God, it is a big climb. Have you ever been to Newcastle way down?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's the worst. Like,
No, I haven't. To be fair, I'm sorry. When I watched Newcastle, it was at Old Trafford in the semi-final. I think it was the cup.
it's not.
Alan Shearer scored.
Yeah, it's a great. It's a great place to. Oh! It's a great place. I'll tell you what, Newcastle night out is a great night out. It is, do you know, like the girls come out.
Friendly.
Yeah, friendly as anything. The girls come out at 3 o'clock as well, like, you know what I mean, and they just have a good time. It's just a mad place, like, you know what I mean, mad place. Like. Crocodile Shoes, #1. Oh, I remember that like album, like Crocodile Shoes by Jimmy Now. That was a good series as well. Do you remember that series, Dale?
I don't remember that. No,
No, you never watched that, like.
no, was it good?
Yeah, very good. He also played another.
Was it a detective or something?
That was Spender.
Ah,
Do you remember, like, he played
Yeah.
it like, you know what I mean, Spender.
Oh, that was a great ball. Oh,
What's that? This Mudrix has been very, very quiet, and he hasn't really done a lot.
for a £100 million player.
Yeah, unbelievable. Like that.
do you think he's in the last Pochettino?
That's a good question, Darren. Is Pochettino going to last? I think they'll have to stick with him for a year or so, like, you know what I mean? So,
But so many new players to be
Yeah.
They've spent like £500 million.
Patrick has said David Ginola. I met his son, David Ginola, who's a big Spurs fan, by the way, his son.
Is
Yeah, massive Spurs
he?
fan.
Where does he live?
He lives in France. But I met him, and he's a really, really nice guy. David Ginola, one of the best footballers.
He's a good footballer. He is Newcastle as well.
Yeah, Newcastle. What would you say was probably, if you said David Ginola, would you say Newcastle, probably like would be relating to Newcastle more than Spurs?
Well, I'd say more Spurs.
Mm.
But he was a good player. He kept us up one year.
He was that good, wasn't he?
He kept us up. If we didn't have him, we'd have gone down. We'd have gone relegated 1 year max.
Really?
Honestly, that Ginoli was just unbelievable.
Well, it's like last year. If we didn't have Kane, well, we would have been bottom half the table.
Yeah, I think you know, I mean, I'm a big David. I was a big David, you know. Do you know, like, I always think like with Spurs players, you know, Gascoigne you couldn't hate, could you? Ginoli you couldn't hate. You know, like they're really, really good players.
That's when you know they're a good player.
Yeah.
You can't don't hate them, yeah.
Geordie Taylor, it's like that every night in Newcastle. Yeah, fantastic. Like, you know, if you've never been to Newcastle, make sure you get up there for a night. It's one of the best nights ever. Like, you know, I mean, it is. I think you should have done better.
You should have done well better there.
How is he starting for England?
Well, it's
Will he go and
ridiculous.
start for his own team? No. Good score, yeah.
In fact,
I want done Maguire.
that was Dan Maguire. How can,
Told you he should play.
how can you not play any minutes and then play 90 minutes for England and do okay? You know, he ain't really been exposed, has he? I suppose if you've got a top player, you get exposed.
We've got against France, for example.
Yeah, he get exposed, wouldn't he? Like, yeah, exactly like, you know what I mean?
No,
This
he's
is a
got it
team at the moment and not
hat-trick.
really
Last time.
Bellingham giving the ball away there. Shinchenko, chance, oh, well wide. I'm not been that impressed with Ukraine, to be honest.
Not been impressive England. It's so boring.
Ronnie, I can't really hate Madison at the moment. I quite like, you know, give me a couple of years. If he is successful at Spurs, he will be. I actually quite like their manager, if I'll be honest. I don't say I quite like him. I can't dislike him. I think he's been a breath of fresh air for Spurs, if I'll be honest. And I like the way he conducts himself. Yeah, it's a shame, really, but there you go. Lee, what made your family members support Tottenham and not Arsenal? Well, the fact of the matter is that on my mum's side, they're all Spurs fans. And on my dad's side, it was all Arsenal. And we just had the choice now, didn't we, really? Like, you know, nothing. What made you choose Spurs in the end? What was the real
Well, when
main
I
thing?
first went to school, a lot more the my friends were Spurs.
Is that what it was?
And then we were all going to start going to matches.
That's good ball.
It's funny how one decision like that can make it, can't it? Like, you know, so. Do you know what? For me, it was go on, Saka. The one thing that unlucky we cut it back, but offside anyway. One of the things that made it for me is that I used to go to Tottenham's ground, and it was always a little bit dark and dingy with the floodlights and all that. Like Arsenal, they had the flood. They didn't have the pylons; they had the floodlights on the roof, and that was one of the things that made me go there. Like,
And because of that.
and because of Dad, like, you know, I was Dad's favourite.
Definitely. I don't know exactly anyone.
David Ginola was a good player, like, no two ways about that.
And I'll pay you shortly.
Harry Kane, Saka.
How wide?
Oh, he's hit the bar! Saka's just hit the bar. What a strike that was. All of a sudden, England have started to pick up a little bit this second half, if I'll be honest. Ball into Kane, into Saka, put it out of his feet, and he's just crashed the bar. Did it the bar, or was it my eyes, or was it a goalkeeper save? Did I ever have hair when I was a kid? Of course I had bloody hair when I was a kid. Outrageous. What sort of comments that?
Yeah, loads of it.
Yeah, loads of
13
it.
just fell out.
It just fell out. I had loads of it. Like, it was hit the bar. What's a strike that was from Saka? So that's the difference. This is what I'm saying about world-class players. Kane has been very, very quiet. One bit of magic. Same with Saka. Been quiet, if I'll be honest, for Saka's performances for England lately. One bit of magic there. Let's have a look at this again. Well, players have been booked for less than that. This is quality from Saka. Oh, I think the goalkeeper got a touch to that, you know. Let's have a look at that again.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it's a great save.
It's
a great save.
Wow.
Been a much better second half for England. And again, now Harry Kane now, what could he do playing in Saka? Saka on this right-hand side.
Walker.
Takes on the player. Holds him off. Into Henderson. Henderson will play in Walker now. Walker will play it back to Henderson. No, he plays it into Harry Maguire. Into Mark. He plays it into Chilwell. Declan Rice, Arsenal's Declan Rice. No substitutions at the moment. How long we've gone into the game? 61 minutes. Nothing. Mark Gui on the ball now. Like, what can he do? He's been decent coming forward. England much better in the second half, by the way. Much better, like much more intent. Passing it about now, moving very quickly. Trying to open them up. Declan Rice apparently said in an interview before this game, one of the main reasons he came to Arsenal was because of Mikel Arteta. Chance here now, opening them up. Madison, Saka, Madison again. Saka, combination between Arsenal and Spurs. Saka now, got a chance here! Handball, not given. All England now. All England now. Someone said, Jesus, are we in a nursing home? That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Like, I mean, some nasty comments on you. I'm going to block you for that. I'm not being biased here, but England have started to get a little bit better. So Saka's getting on the ball a lot more. Moving it around very, very nicely in England at the moment. Harry Kane just messed up a little bit there. Declan Rice getting a touch. Chilwell get back. Right. Harry Kane's in now. Can he do it? Oh, chances are now that will Harry Kane ever score for England again now, being a Bayern Munich player, might never score again. Did you go that as an handball? A bit. A bit harsh, isn't it? It's a bit harsh. Listen, I think it could be given as a handball, like, you know. CJ, yes, I've had my own channel for about a year now, like, you know, so we're doing a little bit more stuff on it now and trying to grow it a bit bigger. And things like what we're doing today, we're just sort of seeing what it can do. But to be honest, it's been okay. I've enjoyed it. It's not been the greatest game, and so to do something like this makes it a little bit better. I've still got all my teeth, thank you very much. Yeah, we've still got the same old gooners. We're still doing that. All the guys are back together, like, you know, Harry, myself, Graham, and Dan. And we've still got a couple of other guys that used to be on it as well that are still doing that. So we're happy to be doing the same old gooners again. We continue to do that on a Monday night, so look out for that. Yeah, we enjoy doing that, and it's a good bunch of boys there. Jude Bellingham's come off, by the way. Who did he get replaced by? Does anybody know? Did you say 1-1 now?
I think Rashford came on.
Rashford's come on.
I think I just saw Rashford.
Madison's come off as well, like, you know. So Rashford's come on for Madison, but who come on for Bellingham? Foden come on for Bellingham.
Oh yeah.
Thanks on it. Listen, Declan Rice and Saka are not coming off in this game here. Hopefully they won't start against Scotland. That's what I'm hoping. Give some other people some games, but at this moment in time, as a qualifier, there's no way Declan Rice or Saka are going to come off in this game. So they will play the 90 minutes. Just hope that they're not involved from the start against Scotland. This is the thing, isn't it? You know, to see Eddie get some hits, of course, on Tuesday, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that, if I'll be honest. Will you be doing anything with troops now that he's not with Barstool? No. Yeah, obviously, like, you know, keep in touch with troops. I don't know what's gone on there with Barstool, whether it was just you know, they're running out of a contract or whatever, like, you know. But it's always good to see him, and I'm sure we'll be doing some stuff in the future. You know, people saying in the chat that Eddie should be in this coming on and all that. Like, you know, there's people in front of him in the England pecking order, i.e. Callum Wilson would be in front of him on that sort of thing. So, listen, it's his first England camp. I'm maybe not even going to get any sort of minutes at this moment in time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's not involved in the game against Scotland as well. So that's how it is at this moment in time. Saka's not been quite at it this season. Would he be? Are you worried about the rotation this season? Yeah, I'm worried about him being burnt out, of course. You know what I mean? I would love to see him not playing against Scotland at this moment in time. Shinchenko coming down the right-hand side. That's the end of that run. But I'm not so sure about his game time at the moment. I think he's valuable. I think that he does probably play a little bit too much and a bit more reliant at Arsenal than he should be. And with England, you know, that when you become a success and you start doing well, internationals are going to happen as well. Good tackle that from Saka. Was that Saka or was that Rashford? I think it was Rashford. And Saka's away. Good tackle from Rashford. Rashford now Saka. Plays it out to Harry Kane. Bayern Munich's Harry Kane. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky from Bayern Munich's Harry Kane. How far do you see Arsenal going to the Champions League this season? Minimum quarterfinals is what I expect, and I mean that sincerely. Anything less than that, I'll be very, very disappointed.
Definitely get out of the group. They've got an easy group, haven't they?
Yeah, got a nice group. Not a lot of travelling. So, yeah, I think they should be okay in that. And, yeah, I'll be very, very disappointed if I didn't get to the quarterfinals at least. Anything less than the semi-finals of failure. I'm not going to disagree with that, Russ, if I'll be honest. Yeah, don't forget, you've got Ivan Toney to come back into this squad as well after January. So, there's a good tackle from Rashford. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, was that Maguire again, was it?
Maguire popping up.
Oh, Harry Maguire. No, thank you, Max. Who does Harry Kane play for? He plays for Bayern Munich now, Harry Kane. Right, Bayern Munich's Harry Kane. There you go. "72 minutes gone. A little bit better from England's second half, but hasn't been that impressive, has it really, if I'll be honest? If I'll be honest, it's been a little bit disappointing, if I've been really honest. Would you say that, guys? Yeah. A little bit of boring. Yeah. Yeah, it's a boring game. I've got to say that. It's not really like anything exciting at this moment in time. But, you know, it's international football. I think international football's like this most of the time, really, isn't it? It's not like the Premier League, is it? Shinchenko on the ball now.
Spain would be happy to not lose the game. Oh, I like to see that. I like to see that. Shinchenko coming off. Very nice. Putting him in cotton wool. That's what I like to see. Well played, Mr. Zinni. That'll do you. Good finish, good goal. He's come off now. And that's very, very nice of the Ukraine manager to do that, looking after his star player. Yes, don't forget today, 8 o'clock, I think, is the time for England. Is it England playing Argentina in the rugby?
10 o'clock.
I thought it was 8 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Are you sure?
10 o'clock seems a bit late.
Yeah, I thought it was 8 o'clock.
Do you want me to have a look?
Yeah, have a look. Right, let us know. Darren's saying it's 10 o'clock. Right, I believe.
Oh, he wasn't even looking at the ball. It's a foul.
I believe it's 8 o'clock tonight. England taking on
Foul of
Argentina. Of course, there's a lot of things going on with England at the moment. Cricket yesterday lost to New Zealand yesterday. Can't believe Harry Brook is not in the England side. He's not even in the squad at this moment in time.
You're right, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Arsenal Podcast. It's 8 p.m. today. I don't know where Dan gets that from. It's obviously on UK time.
Still in Thai time.
Still on Thai time, right? Yeah. What time's it in Thailand now? It must be.
Oh, it's late. I'm tired now.
You get tired.
Yeah, it's 12 at night.
Half 12 at night.
Well, it's more than that. I thought it was like 11 hours.
No, it's 6 hours.
Oh, because where I was, it was 11 hours.
Yeah.
Because I was in the US. It was
Yeah, I was in the US. Yeah, I was in the US.
Yeah.
Yes.
Max is in the US.
Max is in the US.
That was always 11 hours ahead, so it was so hard to talk.
You still managed it.
They still managed.
Still well, yeah. Did you wish your dad happy birthday? Did you when it was his birthday?
Yeah, but he read it and didn't reply. The blue ticks are there, so you read it.
Right.
You read it. That's not my fault.
I didn't read it. You sent it to someone else. Didn't Well, Paul, apparently, it was an impact injury, like that. Reports saying it's a dead leg that Gabriel got, and he should be okay for Brazil's next game. So, am I worried? I'm worried any time that anybody plays for internationally at this moment in time. But that's what happens with success, and if the better you are, the more chance you're going to have players playing for your country. And obviously, delighted that Martinelli didn't play, but then disappointed that he didn't play. So Gabriel come on with 88 minutes to go, but hopefully Gabriel will be okay. I think he's a big player for Arsenal. Was superb against Manchester United last week, and hopefully he'll be fit and available when we go to Everton next Sunday.
Oh, what's Victor doing there?
Can only see one winner from this last 10 minutes, guys, and that'll be England. England doing all the pressing now. They can get a way through this team there. Rashford's been lively when he's come on. not saying that Madison did play badly. I thought Madison done okay. Bit scrappy now, like, if I'll be honest. Yeah, Lee, it's a poor game. I've got to be honest. It's been a poor. It's been hard work, isn't it, guys? We're all falling. So we've had a few beers, if I'll be honest. We've had a few beers this afternoon, but we're all getting a little bit tired of the game at the moment. It's not been great, and I think if you're a Arsenal fan, Tottenham fan, Man United fan, Bayern Munich fan, at this moment in time, we're just hoping that the players get off without getting injured. Mudryk up against Walker. That's fantastic defending from Walker now. How good was that? It's just not happened for Mudryk, is it? Like, could he have done a little bit more skill than that? Just brushed him aside. Look at that. Men against boys, that was there from Walker. Well, I don't think Gareth Southgate is going to get too much praise out of this, if I'll be honest. Like, you know what I mean? I think it is time for a change on the England manager point of view. It's not going to happen immediately, but I think after the Euros, which are, I believe, in Germany this year, I think it will be the end of him after that. Whatever happens, I think that here go. For me, he's not the answer. England pressing, I have to say, England have been the more pressing side. They look more likely to win the game. Ukraine at the moment looking to defend it, but they're on the attack at the moment. They get to a certain part of the field and then they haven't really got anything to unlock. This England defence marshalled superbly by Manchester United's Harry Maguire.
Oh, there he is.
Look at him, like, he's been unreal, wasn't he? Like, and he's been a rock at the back there, like.
Big HM, massive through ball there.
There comes the old mopping up everything, Declan Rice. He's played okay today, nothing special, just doing what he has to do, really. Like, you know, Harry Maguire on the ball at the moment. Wonderful pass from 10 yards there with his left foot.
Weak foot as well.
Huh?
Weak foot. He's weak foot.
He's weak foot.
Is it? I don't even know.
I don't even know. I don't know because you don't hardly see him play, and he comes out and plays for England. Chilwell in here. Oh, couldn't get it through. Rashford again. Rashford's looked lively when he's come on. He's gone down too easily. Yeah, he's not going to get nothing for that. Oh, he has. He's got a free kick for that. How's he got a free kick for that? Let's have a look at this again. It didn't look like a free kick for me. Oh, how's that a free kick? It's embarrassing, isn't it? We're in the 84th minute now. Wow. The actual stadium looks like it's rocking. The atmosphere looks really, really good. So well done to those Ukraine supporters out there in Poland, giving it large. Good to see. Foden's not done anything since he's come on, if I'll be honest. Be interesting what team he puts out for the Scotland game right now. Ball goes in, good save by the goalkeeper, put back in by, I think, Ryan.
Oh!
Harry Maguire.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, if only he had a few games under his belt, he might have got to that. But he done well to keep it there. I don't think you can book Harry Maguire for that.
What? That's not a booking. No, that's ridiculous. That's a 50-50.
That's a ridiculous booking.
That's unbelievable. No, that's not fair.
No.
He's just gone in. That's a 50-50.
Good ball in from Rashford. Declan Rice knocking it back in. Oh, I don't see how he can.
He hasn't even touched him.
That's harsh.
Yeah, he ain't even touched him.
Unless he's been booked for diving, but you know, I mean, that's a ridiculous decision.
That's unreal.
Saka's come off. I can sit down and relax now. Like, you know, put my feet up. Saka's off. You know, with 4 minutes to go. Thank you for that, Southgate. Well, that's a foul. You know, he give that as a foul. Obviously, this ain't going to really affect us qualifying for the Euros. We're guaranteed, qualification, so it's all right, going to be the end of the world. Beautiful ball from Declan Rice. Who'd you say man of the match? Walker? I think Walker's got to probably be man of the match. Oh, he's saying in the chat who we're going to go for as man of the match. I'm going for Walker. I think he scored, defended very, very well. It's not been a great England performance. So I'm going to go for Walker. Probably the obvious choice. Players have played well, but not doing anything spectacular. Declan Rice has been okay. They're not being biased. Like, you know, Jordan have just done their jobs, and Jordan Henderson done their jobs. But I think Walker's been standout for me. And we really just like end up just going out and playing out a draw here, and you guys really, it really looks like it's going to be a draw. Right, let's see how good he is. Look at Walker's pace there. Oh my God! What happened there? He just fell over, and it's just not happening for him, is it? Like that? I mean, £100 million player like that. Foden on the ball, dispossessed easily, and you can't clear. Yeah, I agree with that. Walker's the only one that's really played well today. Look at him, he got back there.
Oh, he fell over himself.
Fell over himself, really. Oh my God! When things are not going well for her, that's when things are not going well for her. Yeah, we certainly dodged the bullet at the moment. It just doesn't look a player. It's just like lacking in confidence. It's just, you know, I'll be really honest, it doesn't really look like he did want to go to Chelsea. And it's just not happened for him. Like, I'm starting to actually feel sorry for him a little bit, if I'll be honest.
it's just not happened for him at all. And yeah, I think that last move that he done there just sums it all up really. Like, fell over. He fell over. She fell over. Into injury time now. Did we see how long was to go?
4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes. Yeah. 4 more minutes to enjoy this now. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the watch along. We'll try to make a little bit fun of it, make a bit of banter and everything like that. But as we come into the last 4 minutes, so it seems like with people watching over that, it's been a success. So thanks for everybody that's tuned in and watching. Much appreciated. As we go into the last 4 minutes, can England nick something at the end here? Even Rashford now just trod on the ball, and so is the Ukraine defender. It's just been I think it's very, very scrappy the last 10, 15 minutes.
Well, no one predicted a 1-1, did they?
Nah.
Oh, come on. Let's get a little 2-1 at the end. Bayern Munich's Harry Kane.
Bayern Munich's Harry Kane doing well there. Foden into Chilwell. Henderson now. Can they force something right at the end? Rashford. No. Just haven't been quite out today, England, if I'll be really honest. Like, take the point now, I suppose, in the difficult circumstances away to Ukraine, you'd probably take it. Yeah, let's hope the rugby is more exciting this later on, like, you know what I mean? Because I'll be a bed by 10 o'clock if it's not. You know, this is it's been drab, if I'll be honest. There's not been really that much excitement today. When you look at the players out there, you've got Bayern Munich's Harry Kane, Saka, Rashford, Maddison, Bellingham. I think realistically, with all those attacking sort of players and options, we should be doing a lot better than what we're doing, really, guys. Shouldn't we? We should be entertaining a little bit more, if anything, you know. To be honest, if I'll be really, really honest. 1 minute to go, Declan Rice out to Walker. I think it's been England's best player, as we said there. Touch by Anderson in the phone. Back to Declan Rice. Can we get something right at the end here? Chilwell. Good bit of football from England. Up to Rashford. Chelsea's Conor Gallagher. He gives it away. Typical Chelsea. Gallagher has his shots blocked. Picked up by again England. England have been more dominant in the second half, but really not really doing enough, I don't think, to win the game. I think the draw is probably a fair result. Ukraine got their goal and sort of sat back a little bit and allowed England to push forward. And haven't really been able to unlock them. If I'll be honest, Foden out on the right hand side couldn't just produce a bit of that Manchester City magic. Put in a good cross, but it's well defended by Ukraine. And I think that's it. Yeah, and that is it. That is the final whistle. Ukraine won, England won. And there we go, like, you know. So I'm not sure it's been a great game of football, is it? Like, you know. So, but at the end of it, like, you know, England stay unbeaten in the group, and
they've been more than happy with the point, which gets us more closer to qualification, if it already hasn't anyway. So standout performance for me, Walker. I have to say that, like, you know, Pickford hardly tested, and I don't think we really tested their goalkeeper enough either as well. Like, you know, Gareth Southgate looking a little bit perplexed by what his thoughts are going through that game. I didn't think it was great, and it wasn't a great game of football, if I be honest. But we go from there. Like, guys, we're going to leave it there now. Like, thank you very much for tuning in and watching today. Thank you for the support of that. Like, you know, England have drawn in Ukraine 1-1. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night and, of course, the weekend with football-free Premier League style. We've got none of that coming on at the moment, so we've got a little bit of we can relax and not worry about it too much, like, you know. So Aaron Ramsdale talking to Shinchenko there, like, you know. So and a bit of love for all the Manchester City boys and everything like that there, like, you know. Bayern Munich's Harry Kane there clapping to the England fans. Yeah, the game's finished 1-1. Listen, have a fantastic evening, what you're ever going to be doing. You know, if you're going to be watching the Argentinian England at the rugby, and enjoy the weather again today. It's sensational out there, of course. Sunday's going to be even better. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support on the channel. We've really, really enjoyed it. We've enjoyed the watch along. It's been a success, so thank you very much. We're out of here. Take care and goodbye.